That's why I
You're
like
garbage,
country
dude.
music.
No,
Actually,
you don't like music.
I am like one of the whitest looking chicks you'll ever come across, but have so much love for hip hop. And the fact that you said that, I thought you were all right, Khayl.
I actually prefer
Khayl-
smooth jazz or country.
Dude,
No.
much good hip hop comes from smooth jazz. Do not make me educate you on this.
No,
right
you don't
now.
need. No, we don't need to do this. I'm going to cut you off there. I'm really sorry.
Because I could school this bitch to the ends of the earth.
Khayl actually stopped listening to music when he was 16, so all he listens to is like AFI, Taking Back Sunday. Like
I feel like if a singer doesn't sound like Tom DeLonge from Blink-182, they actually can't sing.
Okay,
and they're
moving on.
actually kind of...
Anyway, I'm cutting you
Superpower. We're
off there
talking.
So anyway, Wu-Tang Clan had this thing where they're like, we want to make music art again.
All right.
And so they were like, we're going to release an album and we're going to release one copy.
Okay.
And it sold for like, what, $1.2 million or something?
A whole lot of money.
And this piece of fucking shit, Farmer, I wish I knew his name so I could slander him more.
He's the pharmaceutical guy, right?
He bought it.
He's one of those people that will just up the ante on money. Doesn't give a fuck about humanity.
He put it on a
Nothing.
bookshelf
Yeah.
and said, I don't need to listen to this now. What a piece of shit. Secondly,
He bought one
he
album
said-
for I don't know how
I
many.
think it
We
was
should
like- I
probably
think it
look
was-
this up.
Nah, we don't need to do speculation. It was like it was
Shut
over
down,
$1
okay.
It was over $1 million. And then he said, like I'd probably listen to it if like Taylor Swift wanted to hear it or something.
Oh,
so
like a smooth-
awful.
like-
He's
I
a
actually
ski-
I actually think this guy's pretty chill, and he's like kind of onto something here.
No, Khayl, no.
But furthermore, I
I
think,
think
is it most deaf? Someone out of Wu-Tang came out and said he was a fucking piece of garbage and that he should release the album for the public to hear for free.
Online.
And then he comes back with this crazy like reply video calling out it maybe wasn't most deaf. People are going to kill me for this. I'm so sorry.
You might need a fact check
Anyway,
this situation.
he's calling out this rapper's like actual real name and saying like he'll wipe him off the face of rap and like
Oh wow.
all this crazy
I
shit.
didn't know that much.
Oh man, this
I
is
did not know
fresh.
this
This
much.
is like I'm dropping fresh news.
That's what we do here.
I would like to know more. Like factually speaking,
Okay.
I feel
well,
like
anyway,
I need to know.
we're digressing from the
Oh, the
topic.
superpowers. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
superpowers, sorry.
This
So-
happens.
Khayl.
First of all, I don't think Batman's relevant. I don't think it can happen in the real world. But
Thank
continue.
you. I'm wearing a Batman t-shirt. He is clearly relevant.
from the
Yeah,
New 52,
is it bad? I
boom.
noticed that today because you were wearing a Superman t-shirt
great.
yesterday. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
I'm kind of a superhero guy. Sort of my podcaster chic thing I'm going for. I kinda like-
Okay. We'll talk about that
You
later.
get fashion, Montana. You understand what I'm doing here.
Just question, and you were on to answering the question. We can talk about fashion later.
I believe... Okay, here's the thing. All my favorite superheroes have multiple powers, and it's really hard to lock down... Because
Just if you
just
could
pick
have
a
one
fucking- so
superpower,
simple.
what would it be?
I like Spider-Man, alright? He can, he's got the...
No.
Like, okay,
super
but
strength.
hang on a
You're
minute.
really missing the point here.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay,
Just-
then go around the table. I need more time.
But
to think.
also, you don't necessarily like it can just be anything that comes to mind that you think of. It doesn't necessarily have to relate to an existing superhero of our world. If you just think of a really cool power that you would want to have,
Nothing's new.
Okay, go around the table. I
Okay.
need a little time.
Do you have yours? Because
I
I'm trying
do-
to look up this Wu-Tang thing, but I think
Okay,
I'm just
sure.
going to let it go.
no, I do have mine.
Okay.
It seems I don't know, maybe like the non. It's not a very obvious choice, I would say. But I would love the superpower to be able to understand in every facet every language of the universe.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh my god, he paid $2 million for it.
You're such a piece of shit right now. That's actually a great power, though.
I think it would be super valuable. It would be so rad to be able to understand, like read, speak, just all facets of knowing a language. Also would be like another factor into it, which I think Khayl, with your historic background, would appreciate.
Oh, yes.
But knowing it comes with knowing the history. Like if you were to say, if I knew Japanese,
Yep.
but I'd never been to Japan, with my superpower knowledge of being able to understand the language, as soon as I went there, I would also like sort of inherit the knowledge of its history.
Maybe it's like you understand culture. Like you just
Yeah.
everything of that culture.
Language would fall into culture, I suppose.
And maybe like the arts and all that, you kind
Yeah.
of
God,
get
think-
an
I
idea.
I just
really
think
shouldn't have
that would
spent the
be so
time looking
good.
this up because I have not heard a fucking word that's been said.
We've actually had a fantastic
Well, I've
conversation.
answered my part.
Can just
I
give
like
me
that.
give me an elevator pitch of what you just said because I wasn't
So
listening.
it's basically the power to understand a culture, like everything about a people's, like their language.
My original answer was that I would love my
Ah.
superpower to be able to understand every facet each language in the universe.
Ah,
Like the universe,
So you'd be
not
like
just
Data
the
from
Earth.
Star Trek.
Oh,
Deep
I
cut.
guess. But
Or
like,
C-3PO.
You're calling me a nerd.
No, I don't listen. I don't know if Star Trek. That's real. I know C-3PO can do that.
Yeah, well, he's a protocol droid. He's
Exactly.
fluent in over 6 billion different
I
languages.
know. You could be like C-3PO. All right, just to segue into this, because I wasn't listening, I should
You're
stop
terrible.
looking at this. Shut up. All right, shut up. So, disgraced pharmaceutical CEO Martin...
oh, is that a picture of him?
Yeah, what a piece of fucking dirt.
How old is
This
he?
is
Not old enough.
He
This
looks
is
like
an
16.
audio podcast. This guy looks like
No,
a
it doesn't
frat
matter.
boy
It's not...
dick.
Yeah, he might as well pop his fucking collar. What a dickhead. So, Martin Scarelli, everyone fucking threatened him with something.
Careful, he might wipe else like this
I
podcast
don't
listens
care.
off the
So
face of the
I
planet.
apologize to every... What did I say? It's Ghostface Killer that spoke to him, that talked to him.
You said like
Oh,
Wu-Tang.
Ghostface
didn't
is
No,
a boss. You said Mos Def.
Mos Def. Sorry,
Oh,
it wasn't
sorry.
Mos Def. It was Ghostface Killer. And so Ghostface Killer said something like, you should release the album. Who gets AIDS medication and ups it to $600 a
sake
pill
of it.
just for the sake of money? That's fucked. He just calls him out and all his bullshit. And so this guy says, I expect a written apology, at least 500 words, no grammatical errors.
Oh my god.
And Shaolin stays intact, and then he threatened to erase everything Ghostface has ever done on the album. And I'm going to erase you from the record books of rap. That's a
Wow.
quote. That's a direct quote.
This dude...
An old
He's
man.
fucked. Has he ever heard of the power of the people? Is all
No.
I'm saying.
This is what I'm thinking. An old man that's lost his relevance. He said, "You have listened to me." He said, "Without me, you're nothing." I don't even. Anyway, so this guy's a piece of shit, and I'm actually really hoping that Ghostface has some dark contacts and gets this guy fucking killed.
Dude, you have to go there, don't you?
I'm not even kidding.
Got
Who
it.
cares? Who's going to miss this piece of shit?
This guy, it's relevant. This guy's one accident away from becoming a supervillain.
Oh my god!
Oh my
you
god,
can-
yes!
That's so true.
100%.
Fucking plot twist. That AIDS medication's tainted, and he becomes. He controls you with some shit.
Douchebag,
Oh,
man.
Jesus, guys.
I'm
So
really...
that's my answer.
Okay,
Go
I like it. I'm still sort of stuck. I think about this shit too much. I think
What superpower you would have?
I'd like to be able to become invisible. Not for the creepy, perverted ideas that you might
But
think.
not-
I like
but-
how you have to clarify that, Kat.
But
Thank you.
not for that.
But no, actually, I guess it's a little bit about that. Like, I'd like to, say, go about my business for the day, and then just sort of return invisibly and just sort of hear
That's
how people...
always like. I'd be lying if I hadn't thought
like,
about that before.
People talk shit. Maybe
Yeah.
you want to hear some of that shit. Maybe
Okay.
you
Yeah,
don't.
but also like it's so redundant to like what you want to do and like surround yourself with in your own life as far as an attitude's concerned.
But also, I want to fight crime, and I feel like I could do that if I wanted to. And also, I could rob
That's
banks.
commendable.
That's
That's
interesting.
commendable.
So I'm gonna rob the bank and then turn a new leaf and then fight crime.
This is going to segue perfectly into my next topic. But I just thought of this then, and I was like, this is genius.
Okay.
So I was like, I want to teleport, but I don't want to teleport because like they'll still see me. So I was thinking, how cool would it be to be able to duplicate yourself?
Oh, this is dark. What about Mr. Mises?
Similar to that, but you've got full control of all of yourselves, and let's say you've got a limit of 5 of you.
So we're talking
It's a very large consciousness right there. Between
We're
five
talking,
people. If
like,
you're
Dr.
in
Men-
control of each of those 5 and they're doing different shit, that's
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
If
And
you're
my
fit-
thinking is I can go good with this,
you
which
need
is
the genius IQ for that superpower.
which is rad. I think it's inherent in the superpower. So
I don't.
Sorry, you didn't stipulate
So
that.
you can-
but okay.
Real quick, just to describe this to people. So, Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, he's working on things at the same time. 3 of himself is making love to his wife
Yeah.
while he's also out working in the
Wait,
yard.
3 of himself is making like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah, his
Have you ever
wife,
seen this
his
movie?
wife is getting
Damn.
gangbanged by 3 of himself, so it's not even a
pretty
gangbang.
wild.
Is that a gangbang? That's the real question out of this, I think.
I don't know, but it's pretty great.
Or is it just him doing his?
It's kind of hot.
Or is it just
Not
him?
gonna lie.
Just him doing his job like a fucking boss?
Before we go any further, he's
Yeah.
also a blue
if my
glowing
husband
man.
could duplicate himself, I would not say no to that.
Well, see,
scenario.
this is my thinking. Because, like, remember when you go to school and you're like, I wish I could just go have fun?
Yeah.
Imagine being able to be like, I
At
can
school.
go have fun, but I'm still at school and I'm still
Doing what I
gaining
need to
that
do.
knowledge.
So this is a doppelganger power. You
Yeah.
create,
I'm gonna
versions.
say
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Even 2 more of myself, I'd be happy with.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's your power.
So
you
look,
can have as
one
many...
of them is always at home cleaning the house, doing my laundry.
The shit that needs to
But
get
like,
done.
it'll never be the thing where it's a clone who gets sick of it and then tries to challenge you.
Rebel, yeah.
Well,
It's
what
all
did
your
what
consciousness.
what was it that Stewie, our Family Guy, said that he would make a clone of himself, but that it would be less intelligent so that it didn't override
Yeah,
him
that
or
was-
something?
that was-
That was so good.
What about Naruto? And you could just... They, like, only last for so long and they disappear.
But yeah, I'd like, if I was going to do it, I'd want like a good 12 hours out of them.
Yeah, that's a good work day.
Good work day, and then when I go to sleep, when I'm sleeping, I can't have duplicates, sort of deal.
That's a good. Yeah, that's good.
As
I
soon-
like that.
Yeah, but maybe like I get tired quicker because I've got so much of me out in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Always,
Dude.
always with that.
So yeah, I just thought of it then, and I was like, that's the best thing I've ever thought of.
That's a good superpower.
I just want to be Batman, though. Like, I know it's not a superpower, but hear me out. If I could just be super suave, a fucking the best fighter in the world, and a detective, and also a billionaire, that'd be pretty chill.
Well, I'm sorry, but wouldn't your invisible superpower kind of, because you just said that you would rob a bank and then change your ways, that makes you so rich.
My thinking is that Kale's absolute power of invisibility and robbing a bank will actually corrupt him absolutely.
I would be a supervillain.
And he would become a supervillain that me and my doppelgangers would then have to thwart.
Did you ever see, what was that movie?
and then you'd call me because you need some fucking knowledge.
But then Khayl would be in the middle of like Guatemala.
I'm just trying to include myself.
Khayl would be in the middle of Guatemala, invisible, and I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'd call you and be like, how do I act in Guatemala? And you'd be like, well, what you need to do is you need to do this, this, this. Actually, I'm going to come along. I'll translate for you.
I would just be your field agent in that scenario.
And then
because
you'd be-
people underestimate me very easily.
If you're unfamiliar with the Oracle out of Batman, you'd just sit in a control room with screens everywhere and be like feeding me information. But I would have one of me with you, giving you unlimited pleasure.
Well, that really didn't go where I thought it was going.
You're trying to cover too many bases. Guys.
No, I'm not. I'm not covering enough, actually.
It's actually a great failing of
But
mine.
really, the dark place I went to was I would probably go be committing crimes all over the place, but I would always make sure there's one of me within like security camera vision doing other mundane daily
As an
tasks
alibi,
as
like-
a fucking alibi.
Have you ever,
This question has gone a lot further than I
This is what
anticipated.
happened.
I appreciate the thought that's
This is
gone
what
into
happened.
this, guys.
Oh.
have you ever seen the movie Hollow Man?
I loved it.
No, I haven't.
It's fucked up. It's about a guy that can be invisible, but he
It's,
uses it for all the wrong things.
Kevin
Like,
Bacon.
Ooh,
at
It
his
is
finest.
Kevin Bacon, and he's like in women's change rooms, and like
He raped someone, doesn't he?
I think he does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty brutal. But
a creepy Kevin Bacon is that's
that's the
not
best
appealing
Kevin
to
Bacon,
me.
if you ask me.
it's 6 degrees from Kevin.
Have you heard? you know it's a game.
Yeah, I know
6
what it
degrees of
is,
Kevin
dude.
Bacon?
Like,
is
what
it?
do I look like?
What does it do? Tell me.
It's
Explain
like,
to us.
you know, using different people that you know, you could make a connection to Kevin Bacon.
No, but that's cool.
Oh
We'll just-
no, wait! I have heard of that. I'm sorry. I'm just getting on board now.
It
I
would be
have
like,
heard of that.
You play the game, and I'd look at you and be like, all right, Seth Rogen. And within 6 films,
That's crazy. That
you have to connect Seth Rogen to Kevin Bacon. So, Seth Rogen was in Pineapple Express with James Franco. James Franco was in this movie with this person. And eventually wrap it around to that someone being in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
God, that would start a lot of arguments.
And it's crazy because I went to QT to study film, and there were kids in my film class who could do this so amazingly well.
Yeah, that's sick. That's so
It was
sick.
actually pretty cool. But I think we've covered this, and we actually need to move on.
Yeah.
All right.
And considering we discussed a life of crime, I want to move into my topic of
Oh.
how would you prepare for 20 years in prison?
Whoa.
Because like I'm telling you right now, I get passed around like a fucking altar boy in the clergy,
yeah, you would.
and
That is some dark shit.
Holy shit!
so I'm thinking off the bat.
Jesus,
I'm gonna look.
Govinda.
Look,
I'm really
this-
I'm
sort of
sorry.
reeling from
That
that
needs
as
to just settle for a minute.
look.
How much time do we have? Like
Yeah, that's
you get
crucial.
like a day
Look, you've been
to
sentenced.
prepare.
You've been sentenced to go into jail for a month.
And you go in a year.
In a month. In a month.
Oh,
So
a
you
month.
have a month to prepare for
You'd never
20
get a
years
year.
of jail.
Yeah.
No, sometimes you get a year.
Okay. No, I'm gonna give you a month.
No, like real talk. My cousin went to jail and he had.
He went to
more than a
jail
year.
because it's under a certain thing. Prison is long term.
He committed a crime as a minor.
Yeah, so I'm talking like prison, which is a long term thing. And I actually honestly think I'm thinking of that movie. He doesn't have long to get ready.
I'm thinking about Get Hard with Will
Yeah,
Ferrell.
that's the one.
So hang on, we're sticking with a month.
I'm
So you have a
sticking with
month.
your
For
month.
20 years.
Okay.
Good lord.
So
That's-
look, I'm thinking. All I can think of is